Hello and welcome to Real Weird Sickos. My name is Tom Vidiga, and I hope you're having a fantastic day on this inaugural episode 0 of our lovely thing. And I have to introduce my lovely co-host in this one, starting with the fantastic Dojangles. How are we doing, Dojangles?
What's going on? I am fantastic. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
As are you, Tommy.
Thank
Pickles.
you. Thank you so very kindly. And we can't have a podcast without the indescribably fantastic masked bastard himself, Mr. Charles Khan. How are we doing, Mr. Charles Khan?
I've been better. I've had better days. I've had worse days, though.
True that.
Better days are ahead.
Absolutely.
They're always ahead. That's the way we gotta look at it. Positive.
Absolutely.
We're all about the pause vibes here.
Yeah.
I think.
Make sure to get some pause vibes. Absolutely come in. So today
positive.
Absolutely. Oh yes, we've got the clap and we're all got the positives because we're positive about talking ass, aren't we? Today's episode is ass or ass, or as we said.
We're all about the ass here.
It's an ass.
If you want the
podcast,
ass, you gotta come here because we're total ass.
Absolutely. Well, I've heard we have some conversation pieces about the posterior itself. Jen, what do you want to talk about ass? What's hot about ass these days?
So how do you want to go when you die?
Quickly.
What's the way that quickly, but like if you could pick any way to die, any way to die quickly, what would it be?
I'm going to go thrill of battle. I'm going to go somebody's come at me in such a way that it's an exciting gun battle. And it's John Wick style. I've already took out 200 plus guys, but that one last guy like John Wayne in The Shootist, when a guy behind the bar stands up with a shotgun, or Scarface at the very end of Scarface when the dude slips up behind him with a shotgun. That's how I'm going to go.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What about you, Tom?
Well, I think the warm embrace in a loving relationship and a bit of butt to good segue us in. A big butt.
Well, you know what? In that case, I think you'd be jealous
like big butts?
of a Russian man. A Russian man was
Russian?
reportedly killed. He died of asphyxiation. All right, that's been the podcast. I'll see you guys later. I'll just let myself out.
Hello, nurse.
So a 224-pound Russian woman,
Holy fucking
in a domestic
shit.
dispute, they were drunk,
Russians
strangling
drunk?
him to death with her ass. Only in Russia,
damn.
okay? Only in Russia.
No, I'd believe Florida or Germany on this one, too.
Sure.
You could tell me that either of those places, Russia, Florida, Germany, I believe it.
Florida,
the Germans love their
Germany.
scat.
Wait a minute. Like, dude, I don't hear that much weird shit coming out of Germany.
Oh,
Well, it's all the
you gotta
Shiza
start
porn shit,
paying
isn't it?
attention.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, just because this is episode 0, so I just thought I should probably warn everybody listening. Everything is always porn to Tom, and it's not normal
Absolutely.
porn. He could tell you
Well,
where the weird
everything-
shit is.
Everything is
Absolutely.
somebody's fetish.
I'm a connoisseur of the weird stuff. It's more the oddball stuff that's weird. It's
Are you a
confusing.
fart guy?
I think I enjoy. No, I feel very sick after hearing that. That's just
Yeah, the
get the shakes
idea
of
that
it.
there's people out there that get excited by farts. That's very funny to me.
Such a vast community, and they're very tight knit, and it's
very tight.
very
Full
tight.
of hot air.
But
So with Russia, obviously they were drunk given the situation and
they were
their
drunk,
location. Well,
and then like in the middle, so they were drunk. They were having a loud dispute, and the neighbor came over to see what was going on, and she came over to see the woman sitting on the guy's face. Now, see, 224 pounds, that could go either way. Like, if she's not very tall, that can be some really big ass. But if she's tall, I mean, how tall are we talking here? Like, is she an apple person? You ever see those apple people that are like,
yeah,
they're very
how
round,
it curves out.
and then they have like the stem legs and shit. Anyway, we don't know how big the ass was. So she basically did the whole Grandpa Simpson meme where, she walked in to see what was going on and she walked out.
Essentially the Rikishi move.
Yes.
Rikishi was a professional wrestler back around, I'm going to say 2000s when he started doing what they called the stink face, where he would
lovely.
take his,
Rather large posterior.
Yeah, I'd say Rikishi's pushing at least 400 pounds. He's a large fella, and would get his opponent into the corner and then proceed to stick his ass in their face and rub his face on him, on his butt.
Absolutely.
Very funny to me.
And that's what they say. That's too cool, for sure.
So she did it on a mattress. They were on a mattress, so of course she could really, really press him down in there. Like if it was on the floor, there would be way. I mean, there would got to be ways to get out of it. But if you're on a bed and it's not a flat surface, like
so the guy was
there's a
screaming
lot
his
of
head off
cushion
inside her
there.
ass, struggling for dear life.
Yeah.
As you could see the whole of life coming towards him ever closer.
The whole of life.
You must get off me, large woman. It'd be more like
He came out of one hole and then he died facing another.
He came
That's
out of one woman's hole
poetic.
to only
It's
die
almost
at
poetic.
another woman's hole. Absolutely. But yes. So like I'm worried about his neck. I'm worried about that neck. When you have that posterior resting upon that face. I think if enough pressure, that thing's gonna pop, and that's a game ender before even asphyxiation comes into that lovely game.
So
People don't
she
realize how-
was actually more sitting on his neck. And officials say she was using her legs so he could not lift it. So she literally had him in that wrestling hold because she must have some strong womanly thighs,
Jesus H. Christ. So it's really leading up to the the Resident Evil 7 Lady D way to die. Absolutely.
You know how many
'Cause
men
God-
would probably actually pay to die like that?
Fucking probably.
Is that the most
Yeah.
You got
desirable
a
way to
suicidal
die?
guy with a fetish, like that would be
Absolutely.
probably something you would
This is
see
how
in Germany.
I choose to die. Crushed by a woman's
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
So they were
People
both
are way
drunk,
too
and he's
people way too thirsty on that.
yeah, they do. I mean, you just can't make this kind of shit up. Like you kind of wish that
You unfortunately
did.
can't.
So she strangled her husband to death with her buttocks after drinking too much alcohol. And that was actually on the official report. So she was convicted of causing death by negligence after a murder charge was dropped. So she didn't even get charged for murder.
So it's not murder.
It's not murder.
It's criminal
It was
negligence.
just an accident. A happy little
An
accident.
ass.
Oopsie.
kitten.
An accident.
Oopsie.
Yeah, an accident.
An accident, asphyxiation accident.
Woo!
We're off to a
it's
good
true.
start, boys.
Wow, that is
Jesus.
that's incredible. I find myself at a loss of words on this because it's you've killed someone with your ass. I wonder, will she kill again? Will that ass kill again?
Well, if she's
ass
just gonna
has
get off
tasted-
scot free, you really have to ask. You
The
really have to
ass has
ask
tasted
yourself if that's gonna
has
happen.
tasted death, and it needs more death. It commands it. Death ass.
Death ass. Death ass too.
Death ass.
Yeah, the
That
ass.
sounds like a
More
trauma
ass.
film.
What if the ass was possessed by devils? You need an exorcist.
You know what? It's like if your ass can speak in court, it'll plead insanity.
Yeah.
Turns
There's
around
an
like
ass
the Ace
omen.
Ventura.
I must ask you a question.
Do I have something in
The
my teeth?
investigative committee in Russia has announced it's calling for a new murder charge against the lady because she had been so angry after, quote, drinking angrily and heavily. If that's not the most Russian shit I've ever heard in my entire life, I don't know what is.
I was about to
Would
bloody
that be
say.
double jeopardy? Do they have double jeopardy in Russia? Because double jeopardy is a concept where it's a legal term. You've been
cheat.
charged for a
This is a
crime. You
script
can't
that
be
Ashley
charged for it a
Judd
second
needs to
time.
look into.
Yeah, Ashley
Really?
Judd was in the movie. They can't
the
bust me
attack
for
of the-
murdering a man I already killed.
So apparently after the victim stopped showing signs of life, like he was frightened, and
ass
she
scared him
shook
to
him
death?
and why are there no pictures of this? I mean, we have pictures of everything on the internet. Come on, it's kind of fucked up, but I kind of want to see. Can I see?
I believe I found the individual in case, and not of the arse, not of the weapon itself, because that is a deadly weapon and should be registered as such.
Yes.
They seemed like a good couple, but they're very stereotypical. The Russian folk, not to berate and harass said people from that nation, but criminal negligence from sitting on a motherfucker's face. and suffocating
You know,
your lover with your
there's a lot
with your
of
large posterior.
there's a lot of things that happen. You know, accidents happen. I wonder.
Well, all
I
right.
wonder did she sit on that face with malice? Could they prove in a court of law that yes, indeed, Your
Well,
Honor, my client was clearly playing. She thought this was fun and games. That this was happy hour. They were clearly having a good time. Things got out of hand.
Absolutely.
I mean,
well, here's the thing. We
accidentally
should come
killed
at
the guy
this
with
like
her
Phoenix,
ass.
right?
What if he was into it though? We don't know.
Yeah.
He might have
Yeah.
been frightened, but
It's like that
what if
guy,
he was
the
actually
German guy
into
that
it?
paid another guy to eat his dick. They ate the guy's dick.
And then he paid him. Didn't he pay him to like, and then kill him, and then he paid him to eat him?
Well,
That's
I
how he
thought
wanted to go?
They met up on like some Tinder or something like
It
that.
was
or
like
MySpace.
it was like a dark website. This
Oh,
was
they
like
were
back
on the
in the
dark web.
90s. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Tinder.
they ate the guy's
Tinder.
dick.
Yeah, he did.
I think they ate it together. They fried it up like sausage and just sat there
And then
like
he killed, and then the one guy killed the other guy, and then ate the
Yeah.
rest of them. So
he's like, you know, this
that's
dick
one way to leave a tip.
does you look at somebody and go, does this dick taste funny to you?
I've had several, and this one's a bit off.
A little salty. I think I used too much salt.
Oh God.
Well, I wonder how much mass a dick without blood would be, essentially, because that
Would
stuff
they-
would just come out.
What if they drown it in soy sauce? Oh man, you got too much soy sauce on this dick. Cover
And
it in ranch.
it's not like you can send it back and get another, just like that. Like, you know.
Yeah. Go to the chef, sir.
You really
we need
got-
some
it's
fresh
really
dick
one
out
shot.
here.
You really
It's a
fucked
really
this
one-shot.
dick up, didn't you? Didn't you?
Where's the lamb sauce?
Sir, this dick's gone limp.
so there's a hair on my dick. Oh, sorry, sir. I'll take that right back.
There's a fly in my dick. You better swat it off.
Yeah. But about the Russian story, she said she sat on his neck using her legs so he could not lift it. So there was essentially like a lock maneuver. She put like a figure four with the butt cheeks up on this homeboy.
She got really big titties too. She could have killed him with her titties. They're huge.
Fair play.
They're massive.
Absolutely. But yeah, I wonder what the funeral was like. Just imagine like old mate
Was
Terry,
it open
how did he
casket?
die? Oh, the fucking
Did his
smell,
face
holy
look
shit.
like Squidward when he got the butt cheeks on his face?
Oh God.
Just mashed in eye sockets, big smile.
That's the thing. Like, I have a feeling that maybe something had happened before.
Yeah.
Probably a similar incident had happened before.
I
You know,
bet you
kinda
somebody's
like-
ass has killed a man before.
There has to, like, how many ass-related deaths take place that we don't know about? Where are the statistics on this? We need
to have
more
a new
awareness.
Law and Order, a Law and Order
We
ass
need
division.
more research.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just imagining the office is like, Charles, so we came across a new one. This woman was double cheeked up for days. She was carrying large weapons upon this plane, and you should have seen this. She just jumped into that seat and crushed that boy, licking his
Ass was
place.
out there on the streets. It's ass doing all kinds of crimes out there. I'm Ice-T, top. I don't like the
my
way this
God.
ass is doing. Your ass is out there killing people. You need this ass in behind bars.
Oh god, that reminds me of Ice. Obviously, that's a perfect Ice T. But do you remember? Do you remember when he referenced in one of the episodes, Civilization 5 with a brand new day expansion on the Jake Paul episode?
That was
when
the
Jake Paul was
Gamergate
a-
episode, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So was that
God.
Logan? Logan or Jake? It was probably
I think
Logan.
it was Logan Paul played the guy.
Yeah, and then Ice-T says this game is just like Civilization 5 with a brand new day expansion. And I was like, what a weird fucking flex.
Yeah, what a cringy I guess they were reaching like, oh, Ice-T's a gamer. He'll talk about gamer stuff, and I should have known. Like, yeah, I say any corny shit they give me. They give me a paycheck. I just show up and say it. It's easy. Like, because on the one hand, I feel like if I'm going to work every day and they're paying me thousands of dollars to pretend to be a cop, I feel like I'll say any bullshit they put in front of me.
Yeah.
Even if it's the dumbest thing in the world like that. Yeah, it's like Civilization with a brand new day expansion. Oh, Ice-T, what have you done?
He's got like one of the best Twitter accounts, though.
He's gone
Absolutely.
from being the guy recording a song with his band Body Count, his heavy metal group about
Killer.
cop
Yeah.
killer. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yes.
about killing
Talk
cops.
shit, get shot.
To now being the longest serving cop on TV. I think he might have the record. He has to have been playing that character for 20 years.
There you go.
Doesn't his missus have a big ass?
His
And big
missus
tits.
does have a big
old
ass.
titties
Yes.
too.
Oh my god, we're
Tickle
finding
bitties.
that.
She had a crazy
We're finding
name,
the
didn't she?
line.
Like Coco or something.
Yeah, Coco.
I believe it is Coco.
Coco. Wow, I got to.
Are they still married? Wait, they're still married?
Coco, beware. There's an
I
ass
wonder.
to be snared.
Oh, Tom posted. He found the
no.
photo of the woman. You show me this photo and say that this woman was able to crush a man's face with her ass. Oh, is that the guy? Oh,
Yeah, that's
that's
ominous.
an ominous. That's ominous energy with that photo.
They have been married since 2002. Coco Austin and Ice-T himself. They are, I believe, still together to this day. So good luck, those crazy kids. Keep it up, because they had a TV show called Ice and Coco, and Ice loves Coco.
Sure.
So that's the basis of a great relationship. If you're
That'd
gonna
be
make
a
two
TV
shows.
on
What is she
TV,
holding? Green
Ice-T.
onions? Never mind.
Nice TV reality show.
I
Yes,
I
us-
kind of think like at this point, I'd rather. I mean, she's Trisha Paytas before Trisha Paytas was Trisha Paytas.
Oh,
She's one of those
Lord,
gals.
you are correct.
Anything for views, gals.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Lord.
There's a gal.
but I don't
going
know.
around
They've been
on
together.
TikTok.
If they've been together this long, maybe it's actually not that bad.
There's a gal on TikTok who keeps doing stuff with toilets. Like there was one where she was making. I don't even know if it's the same gal.
Oh, yeah.
She was making some kind of crazy ice cream with gummy worms and stuff with a toilet.
Oh, I saw it.
Today I saw one that's been making the rounds of her making chocolate milkshakes.
Yep.
Like she had chocolate milk and milkshakes, making it through the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me wonder if it's a brand new toilet. I still don't know if I want to do that because somewhere in the pipes there might be some residual Duke.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yep. Just make chocolate milk in a fucking cup and be done with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
There she is making the ice cream. Wow.
That
Oh,
bit's
that's so
nasty.
gross. Oh.
Oh, it makes me. I literally gagged on the thought of it before I even saw the image. My brain saw it again and gagged again.
Well,
'Cause
there's
I
a
remember
gal. There
waking
was a
up to that shit.
gal last year. She got a lot of heat. She was licking a toilet seat on an airplane, but it was a private jet, so it was
Yeah. Yep. I remember that.
I remember, and she
pretty well
got into
clean.
some other shit. I know for sure. She's
yeah.
she licked it. Yeah.
She's one of
Seats
those
liquor.
gals,
I
the
won't
Trisha
even
Paytas
use-
kind of
I
gals.
don't even want to use toilets on the airplane, let alone lick it.
No.
I'll hold it.
Absolutely.
4-hour flight.
Using
I was on a 4-hour flight
Yeah.
week before last. Done. Like, I'll just wait. I'll wait.
using a toilet on the only thing worse than using a toilet on the airplane is using a toilet at the airport. Those are the two
Actually,
places I would
disagree.
least like to go.
I disagree. I would much rather go there than on the plane because I always make sure it's like after
Oh, yeah.
security, like I'm gonna make sure that before we take off, like I'm gonna go, and because I know depending on how long the flight is, I'm not going on the flight.
See, I'm a big
more of a
burly hillbilly
I
guy,
think it's a
so
claustrophobia thing with me. I'm a little
Yeah.
claustrophobic, and I don't want to be in that tiny. No.
the
No, fuck
claustrophobia
that.
thing, like I don't care about that. I would take a buried alive Undertaker challenge. Like I could lay buried alive inside a coffin for a long time and not freak out. No problemo there.
Oh my
What would
God.
freak me out is being the big burly dude that I am and trying to fit inside a little tiny bathroom and to use because there have been times in my life where I have gone in too small of a bathroom and had to go. It doesn't go well. Especially if it's the door that folds inwards instead of folding out. Oh, I
Yeah, the
hate
class-
Why do they
Classical,
do
yeah.
that? That's fucked up, man. Like
Yeah.
that's such poor design.
it is. It's a racist design. It is an awful design, and I don't know whoever come up with that idea. The bathroom door that's
do
gonna
they
fold
even
in.
dookie, bro?
Yeah,
Even Duke, bro? Nah.
Yeah.
Bruh, excuse me, bruh?
one of those no
Excuse-
Duke guys.
Excuse me, bruh.
I don't know.
Well, I heard recently there are some designs going out for new seats on planes to put your big ass into them, and they're like double decker. I'm trying to find this image, but they're like double decker seating, so you'd sit on there, which I think is a phenomenally bad idea because that's going to be like a trap of death. Because he's like into like, hold on, let me find this. What are your thoughts on plane sitting while I search this up? Oh my lord!
I like.
Are they going to make FUPA friendly lap trays?
Oh, Fupa Delupa, absolutely.
FUPA. I almost said FUPA FAP trays.
I don't know. When I rode
that
a
would
plane,
be my kind of plane.
I was able to secure myself in without having to get the extender. So I was like, all right, this is perfect. This is good. We don't have to have a seat extending thing.
Truly. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
But we're back on asses. So
have
Mr.
we
Cheeky
ever been
Charles,
off?
Oh, truly.
Yeah.
We
on
found the sneaking path.
24/7.
Absolutely. Mr. Cheeky Charles,
Yep.
What's your story about asses, my good friend?
I want to talk about conspiracy theories and deep state stuff. This is something that has been bothering me for I think 10 years now. It's been going on. So the idea of we're all being listened to at all times of every day and nothing is really private. Everybody thinks that they're getting away with something, if something's being the most private thing in the world. It's like, bro, if they want you, they'll get you.
Truly.
It is the story of General Petraeus, a 4-star general who was the top man in the CIA. This guy, he's a top spook, and he got spooked. He got caught. He was out cheating on his lady with this other gal, and they got him. They got him.
They got them.
Yeah, they were emailing one another and communicating through the drafts. They weren't even sending the emails, just writing stuff in the drafts, and then erasing it, writing their new messages, and they were still caught. If they catch this dude, the top man, oh son, they've got all of us. They've got our number.
Catching the fucking drafts. That's new level shit.
Yes.
And I will say, with a guy named Petraeus, it's one, like, if you trade it to B, it's Betrayus. It's right there. Like, you're going to get betrayed or get betrayed on by this lad.
Right.
But do tell
it's
us,
like when
tell us why.
People get conned by me. They're like, well, I'm Charles Conn. What'd you expect?
It's in the motherfucking name. It's in the name, baby.
Yeah.
It sounds kung fu as fuck.
Whenever I'm a bastard, they act surprised. Like, oh, Charles is going to be a bastard? This happened a few years ago and has really stuck in my craw as one of those things that is, if they want you, they'll get you. There's no way that the top man, and it also strikes in my craw because I think somebody wanted him. Somebody wanted to bring this guy down.
Oh, definitely. This was no coincidence.
That's right. The fix was in.
Well, your phone's always listening to you. Like it's like Google. They're always listening. You talk about something. Oh, look, here's an ad for this thing that was very specific to what I was just talking about.
Yeah, Instagram gives me a lot of horror movie T-shirts. They want to advertise the hell out of those.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking up what the whole extramarital affairs.
Oh, there's so much crazy stuff to this story of them. For years, this is supposedly went on, and right underneath everybody's nose. And he's the top CIA man, the top, the top cloak and dagger. Like they're gonna do all the dirt, and he's out screwing around. Who would have expected an organization well known for, selling drugs to finance guns that they could sell? Who in the world would have suspected that a guy who runs that organization would be cheating on his wife? You'd think they would have some moral character.
Oh my God. I'm disgusted and appalled, sir. I reject you totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocked. And I like on the Wikipedia page, you can see like an image of him and her shaking hands very awkwardly and knowing that they were talking the maddest shit.
Well, that wasn't the only thing that she's shaken.
Hey!
Shaken, not stirred.
Absolutely.
Oh God.
Oh Lord! But he does look like a weedle of a man. He's a very weedly man.
There's certain guys that the cheating types, like that wiener guy, that we actually had. What was that wiener guy?
Anthony Weiner.
Anthony Weiner.
Yeah.
That guy got caught, and that you want to talk about getting caught in 4K? So that guy got caught in 8K. Like that guy got caught.
His name was Wiener, and he was sending pictures of his wiener. I mean, you can't write this shit. Like nobody's gonna write something that fucking ridiculous, and then it actually happens.
If you wrote it down, presented it in a TV show like a Steve Urkel episode, I'll go for the most relevant sitcom possible. You write it down and put it in a Steve Urkel episode. What do you mean, Urkel, that a guy named Wiener got caught showing his wiener off? That's people would go, that's unbelievable. You can't do that. That's too stupid.
That's Seinfeld.
Yeah.
What
do you mean?
Wiener.
Look at that motherfucker.
It's Wiener, Jerry. Wiener. Yeah, he's got that big smug grin. It's like, look at it. He's one
And
of
then
those
his
guys.
nose, and then his nose kind of looks like a wiener too. So I mean, I think that he's like my favorite character of anything.
This guy
ever.
has big wiener energy. He's a wiener.
Like this nose.
A wiener.
So like he looks like, you remember that old SNL skit where they were doing something and it was a skit and it was supposed to be Owen Wilson, but it was David Spade, and they glued like the tip of like the dildo onto his nose, but he was Owen. That's what Anthony Weiner's nose looks like. It looks like a wiener tip.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've
He's
now
got a
shifted
wiener
from
nose.
ass to wiener.
He's one of those dick
I like the
nose
way
guys.
this is going.
Yeah, like
it's a whole part of the low half.
Like the Dan Aykroyd Nothing But Trouble movie. He looks through the mirror and he sees the taking off his dick nose, putting on one that looks even more like a dick.
Oh, good God.
But Anthony Weiner is a registered sex offender.
I'll bet.
Had to spend 21 months in prison and pay $10,000 in fines. Damn.
Yeah,
He did this.
It wasn't just like adult women. He was going after kids to teenagers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Underage sexting with a minor.
Oh my God.
Who would have known a guy named Weiner would be such a massive dick? But on to back to Petraeus, the millhouse of sex offenders.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Matthew Winter from the Ennui podcast.
Oh,
Never mind.
We can talk about Matthew Winter. Oh, dearest Matthew Winter.
We love Matthew Winter.
Absolutely. On podcasts outside, I may appear to hate him, but I love that.
We
little
all
boy.
do. He's the modern day Bad Luck Brian.
Absolutely. We unfortunately claim. I guess our dear thing Matthew Winter from Ennui Talk and Ennui podcast.
On Wiener.
Hi-yo.
Yes. So, what other sex scandals have happened recently that is on the tippity top of everyone's brain?
Do sex scandals even pop
there's
up
a lot
anymore?
going on. There's a lot going on with like
you can't
Smash
really go
Brothers
outside.
players. The Smash Brothers community is just well known for molesting kids.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
That's like their whole thing. They play Smash Brothers and molest kids.
Yeah,
Get up,
Smash scene is
play
so
Smash,
scuffed.
molest kids, go to bed.
Yeah.
Wake
There's
up, play
like-
Smash, molest kids.
Like
go to
Super
bed.
Smash Brothers is okay. Like
shouldn't be
you know,
laughing.
it's
That's
a
fucked
fun
up.
game to play with people for like a few minutes, but the guys who sit there and just live in it all day, every day, like, and to live in the GameCube one, the one that came out 20 years ago, I can't figure out what they're doing. And the way that they play the game, they're not even playing the game right. They're just sliding under one another over and over. I can't figure that out. What are they
Is there
doing?
anything? Has there been like any real recent shit that's come out of there? It's been a little while since I've really.
It's
heard
been a while.
anything.
Well, there was a big blowout happened
Well,
like a while ago.
With
It was
the
like plenty of hours.
pandemic, you know, there haven't been as many events for them to go out and molest kids at.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
they're
it's probably been all
exclusively
under
now on
wraps
Discord.
online.
Yeah.
Everything I don't hear. See, as far as sex scandals, you don't hear a lot of sex scandals. You just hear more Me Too than anything else.
Yeah.
Which some of them
Yeah.
can be a little bit questionable. Where it's like,
Hmm.
okay,
Well, the one I always go back to was Asia Argento saying that she got it 5 times from Harvey Weinstein. Now, you would think on about the 3rd or 4th go around to his office alone, she would think, maybe I shouldn't be going to this guy's office alone. He always does sex stuff to me when I'm alone with him.
yeah.
Like
There is a
what
little
adult
bit
woman-
of that. Yeah.
What adult goes to somebody 5 times and is like, oh, the 5th time, you know, I don't like this. Why does he keep doing this? Every time I'm around him, he always does stuff to me.
Yeah. And it's like the
Well, the whole scandal with everyone, that black book of Epstein's, everyone was involved, like a weird, like,
You know, it just come out this week that the security there, the guards, they said that they were lying when they reported some of the events that led to his suicide.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Epstein was definitely murdered for sure.
I mean,
Like Epstein, like,
You mean
Yeah,
you don't
I could-
think that guy was able to strangle himself to death with paper towels?
you know what?
That's
mean-
the official story, is that he strangled himself with paper towels.
Exactly. Well, they were extra strong ones, extra absorbent.
They were
that brawny.
bounty. They were brawny. So it was basically like brawny could kill a fucking lumberjack. So it totally can kill.
The way he
FC.
put a bounty on his head. Let's be perfectly honest. Everyone in that fucking book put a motherfucking bounty on Dearest Epstein's head, and that's the reason why
the thing about it is that someone like Epstein, I wouldn't be able to see him doing himself in any way.
Yeah.
Somebody like that is invincible and too much of a narcissist.
The thing of it is that fella should have dropped a dime on everybody.
Yeah,
it should have come out. It should have come out about him, all the stuff that he knew. Like who did he know dirt on? He had to have known it on everybody. And
he
there
should have dropped
some
it like the WikiLeaks or some shit.
Some people within the online, what do you call it?
Hemisphere.
I don't want to say conspiracy theory internet, but some of my good conspiracy buddies, they believe that Epstein was set up as a plant, that he was actually some sort of a government plant who was set up to pretend to be a billionaire and get dirt on all these other guys, and then he ended up taking the fall.
Well,
so he was a double
his story about how he became a billionaire is a little bizarre.
How did he become a billionaire? What's the story again?
It's basically he started teaching somewhere. Like he never finished college.
He was a teacher.
And then he got like a internship somewhere. I think the documentary is on either HBO Max or Netflix. I can't remember. I watched it a couple months ago. And it's just kind of sorted how he did get his money. So, I mean, anything's possible. And it's really funny because this is one of those times that Alex Jones was totally right because he had said it.
There's a lot of those times.
He told Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan thought he was fucking insane.
He
was like, there's an island. There's an island that they go and molest kids. And
well, he had the documents. He had photographs.
Yeah.
He had it all.
Island. Welcome
like
to
Alex
Epstein
Jones was
Island.
right, and everybody should be kissing his ass going off. Alex Jones is right again. The human-animal hybrids, the chimera, that come out this week. That's news now.
What?
That's
Why
real.
hasn't the government
Alex
not
Jones
killed
right
Alex
again.
Jones yet? Well, how have they not just fucking popped him off for
folks-
opening mouth like every secret
Some of my
out
conspiracy buddies believe that he's controlled opposition, that he's set up to say as many crazy things as possible because he's so kooky.
there?
Well, he's actually not a real character. He's actually
But why
he's a
would they
Vocaloid.
want that to come out though?
to discredit it. And also there's a thing
But
there's
who's
a concept called
Who's gonna think that frogs are like gonna be? It's gonna be changing like their gender and shit. Which it wasn't that it was turning the frogs gay. There's something in the water actually kind of messing with like their gender. So, but who's gonna think of that? Like, what fucking wacko is gonna go and think of that and shout it from the rooftops?
So have you ever heard of predictive programming? It's the idea that government or higher ups are using fictional movies or books as a mass mind control to make the population more accepting of planned future events.
What about Bohemian Grove? They've never ever said anything about Bohemian Grove.
So I've heard about Bohemian Grove. I listened to Norman Lear's podcast, and he actually talked about going to Bohemian Grove.
So what do they do there? What's the fucking purpose? Tom's like, what?
Yeah. What is Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Grove.
Explain what it is, yeah.
All right. So they worship an owl god, Moloch, I believe. They have a large effigy that they burn, like a wicker man. They burn the effigy. It's, I believe there's some, I want to say it was all men. Oh, no chicks allowed. It's
that's sexist, God damn it.
Richard Nixon had some things to say about that. So it's all men. It's the elites. So it's a lot of Hollywood types. That's how Norman Lear got in. Norman Lear is the executive producer, showrunner of what was maybe the longest running #1 show, All in the Family. But he also had him run with Good Times. What's the one with the Mexican lady? Oh crap! He had a bunch of hit shows there for a while. He had a good run. He described it being like a party atmosphere where everybody was super honest. They had big meals and everybody would hang out and sit around the campfires and discuss everything about how they really felt. And Alex Jones, I believe it was 10 years ago, maybe 15, he was able to sneak into Bohemian Grove and got all sorts of creepy footage of the owl statue, of the sitting around the campfires. He got footage of it all. And it's real.
The robes and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he got him because he disguised himself as a giant orange, so it's fine. He just blended in.
Yeah.
God bless
He's
him.
inflamed himself.
He was the annoying orange.
Well, wasn't
lot of
Drake
people-
supposedly a part of this Grove thing?
Who's
Because
that?
I know the owls.
President.
Drake uses.
Oh, yeah,
It's basically.
presidents,
Do you think
everybody.
this is kind of where the whole like Illuminati thing was coming from?
Well, the Illuminati comes from. There's a lot of the Illuminati and Freemasons are a long-running thing. Like that's been going on for.
So this is separate.
long
This isn't
time.
just like Illuminati camp. This is something
No.
totally different.
Yeah, that's like the Skull and
This is a
Bones.
reboot.
Skull and Bones is a related thing, but it's not the same thing.
Okay.
So the Skull and Bones are a secret society, not necessarily a fraternity, but a secret group that all the elite colleges have. And many of our presidents have been in the Skull and Bones Society.
Yeah, weren't the Bushes? All the Bushes
The
were
Bushes.
like
Oh, yeah.
Skull and Bones. And don't you have to have like a family member to get in or something?
I
Like-
imagine there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on with the Skull and Bones.
You have to be related to a stonecutter or save the life of a stonecutter. I mean, not stonecutter, Skull and Bones.
Yeah. Who keeps the Martians under wraps? We do. We
do.
Oh my lord! I checked the Wikipedia article. Skull and Bones, also known as the Order, also known as Order 322, or the Brotherhood of Death.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Brotherhood
so
of
fucking
Death.
metal.
And they're called Bone Men.
I'm a bone man. I'm a boner. My father was a boner.
Boner.
We come from a long line of boners.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the boners.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
Why do people do?
No.
Why do people? It's just.
Yeah, I know. Well, a better question is why are boners called boners when they don't have a bone?
Well-
It's all just muscle.
You know, there's a lot of
Remember that?
cliques that form, and people say, oh, you know, cliques don't exist. Yeah, cancel culture doesn't exist either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing
do
exists.
exist,
Nothing.
but-
Nothing is nothing, as the Macho Man famously said. Nothing is nothing.
Well, the infamous Kliq from the WWE helped control and move the powers that be in WWE and WCW at the time. It was Shawn Michaels, Big Daddy Diesel himself, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Hunter Hearst
Well-
Helmsley, better known as Triple H.
Scott Hall had a famous thing at the end of a Bret Hart documentary. He says, you know, Vince McMahon doesn't allow anything on his TV channel that he doesn't want on there. Because at the end of the Bret Hart thing where they screwed Bret, he does with a motion with his hands, WCW.
Oh.
And he could have cut away from that. He could have not teased it. And it seemed like after Bret went to WCW, that was what tanked him. Like he was poisoned.
Yeah, absolutely. It dubbed, and well, obviously the whole thing with Goldberg smashing his back on the trapdoor that the fake Ultimate Warrior was going to come out of, ended up doing him in more
Goldberg's
than.
the one that busted his hand on the limousine. I think it
Yes,
was the
yes,
British
he-
Bulldog hit his
But
back
there's
on the,
no way
the
that these
trapdoor.
conspiracies are actually real with them.
Oh, absolutely. Well, mostly it's the human mind's ability to
All right,
try
so
to find solutions to stuff.
conspiracy is a real thing that people can be charged with. It's a crime.
Yeah,
All it is two people
Absolutely.
planning to do something. That's all. That's what a conspiracy
Right.
is.
Right.
And a conspiracy theory is thinking of what people are up to. So
Or it's a
that's-
shitty Mel Gibson movie.
Yes.
Well, that is a theory. A conspiracy theory. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Good old Matt Pat himself.
At,
Tom
you know,
Tom.
at some point,
Exactly.
you know, you have to look around at what people are really up to. Like somebody had to have
Absolutely.
plotted out how to kill JFK. He doesn't just kill himself.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well,
you're not wrong there.
what if he actually really did?
So that's the plot of a Red Dwarf episode where he travels back. They travel back in time and they stop the assassination. And then when they go back to the future, things have gone terribly wrong. So they have to go back and recruit JFK himself to sit on the grassy knoll and shoot himself for the good of
Isn't that a
society.
Stephen King novel as well?
I
There's a-
believe that they did that as a James Franco movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
As a
that
James
was,
Franco TV show.
Damn it, what is it called? It was from one of
1914.
Yeah. No,
No.
1914 was
That's the cornfield one.
That's the cornfield one. That's from different seasons,
Yeah.
which is a
Let
great
me
book.
fund-
Which is a great book of
Yeah.
short stories, by the way.
Oh,
My favorite.
so it's 11/22/63.
That's
the
it.
book.
It's actually not bad. That I don't think I finished. It's on Hulu, right? I don't think I,
think
finished
so.
it. It wasn't bad.
Mm.
But then
Yeah, I
James
always think
Franco got
Stephen
canceled.
King less as a horror author and more of a human author.
Yeah.
Because his thing is
human
about
stories are way better.
Yeah, he wants to do like even his horror stories. Like you get 300 pages of all about what they're up to before they ever get into anything spooky.
Absolutely.
Which if you're into that sort of thing, like good for you. But I want to see the car like chasing after and killing people. That's what I'm there for. I'm there for killer car. I'm there for psychic girl destroys everybody.
It does drag. Like Gerald's Game, that book fucking drags. That book fucking drags. So
I'm
much.
I'm there for what's the short story where the guy he's stuck on a rock and he's got all the heroin and he does surgery on himself.
Epstein's Island.
That's one of the short stories.
Surgery on his wiener. I can't remember the name of it, but Shawshank came out of a Stephen. Like a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, it's Frank Darabont joint.
Yes, that is. That was another one from different seasons. Like that book came out with some banger movies, like Stand By Me. There's there's a lot of bangers, and I kind of like it is 1,200 pages of this is why this guy wants to be a writer when he grows up. Who fucking cares? Just get to the goddamn clown. Like fuck off.
Yeah, I wonder.
Fucking clown.
I haven't caught the new Stand. I wonder if that's any good.
Oh, really?
Because the old Stand was great. Old Stand, Mick Garris did a fantastic job with the old Stand.
Usually the new shit just like the new Pet Cemetery was ass. It was terrible.
It's fun to compare because Mick Garris did the Shining. He did the Shining TV version.
Did you see what's the fucking sequel with Obi-Wan?
Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep.
I heard it had vampires.
Fuck! It was a piece of shit.
Real.
It just was member berries. Like, the South Park.
Remember when he was there?
Yeah.
Remember when he was on that scooter?
The hotel? Oh, I remember. That's all it
Remember the blood?
was. And they got this actor that
Remember
that wasn't
Scatman
Johnny.
Crothers?
There's no
Johnny.
Scatman Crothers. How the fuck? Basically,
No, there was Scatman Crothers. Well, no, actually, no. Well, no, obviously not the Scatman
Not
Crothers.
in the
but
He's the
sequel.
Scatman.
Yeah, but he was like
basically the boy that grew up, he turned out to be like the Scatman Crothers because there was a girl that he was communicating with telepathically, and then he went back to the Overlook at the end, and then the ending was so shit. It was absolute shit. And then they got this guy who
there were vampires,
like
right?
Jack.
Somebody said there's vampires.
Yes. And there was a guy that looked like Jack at the end at the bar, but it wasn't
I'll have
Jack.
another round, brother.
And it was just like, what the fuck is happening? It was like a fever dream. It was shit. You just leave that kind of stuff alone. If Stephen King wants to write a book about it, fine. Just don't make the fucking movie.
You want a fever dream.
I
did
like. I will say it. I did like it. I enjoyed it. It was marrying two parts together.
Watch the Japanese Yakuza movie Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
That is a fever dream. You want to see a crazy movie that makes almost no sense. That's a motion picture that I find it hard to describe. It's there's rival Yakuzas and all sorts of crazy drug use and bizarre things happen
sometimes
constantly.
I do like watching movies that you're done with it and you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? What just happened?
So like your Sallows, 120 Days of Sodom.
I watched Midsummer recently.
Oh.
What the fuck was that?
Cheap
Midsummer's
knockoff
a
of,
fucking weird one.
What's the it's a mashing of what's the fella, the Jim Jones Cult and the Wicker Man.
Yeah.
And
it's those two things.
What the fuck? Like how the boyfriend died? What the fuck was that? Like you were on some shit to write that for real.
Absolutely. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
I'm curious to see where that guy goes making those. He's made a couple interesting movies.
Eli Roth hasn't made anything good in a long time. I don't know why I just thought of that because I was just thinking of
I had a lot of laughs
gore.
with the Cannibal Holocaust knockoff he did. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
where the girl
that was
pooped
great.
herself.
Yep, that was great.
What happened with the girl in the canoe? The girl ran to the canoe and then did she just die?
You know what?
I feel like I spaced out or something.
I don't remember.
Oh yes. So the director of Midsummer was Ari Aster. He did Midsummer in Hereditary.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually,
Hereditary is a fucking good movie.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
movie was the most uneasy that I've ever been in a theater in my whole life. What in the
I'm
fuck?
curious to see what the Bone Tomahawk fella does next. Bone Tomahawk also a great one.
That's a brutal
That's a
film.
great movie. That's
Yeah.
a fucking great movie.
You want to talk about building an underdog, sympathetic hero? Like the entire movie is really all about building up for that third act where the guy is so fighting from underneath and so down on the bottom that when he goes through and has to be a hero, like everybody's on board. That's what that movie's really about. It's
And
really a
lot
pro
of
wrestling
fucking
movie
gore
about
and
building
lot of
a
gore.
baby face.
Just need gore.
It doesn't seem like he's done much outside of Bone Tomahawk.
There's
Brawl
the
in
prison
Cell Block
movie.
99.
Yeah, the people like
Yeah,
that one. There was something
And
else. He wrote something.
Dragged Across Concrete was the last one he's did, and that was in 2018. So hopefully he does come back in some form or another. But yes, I will say I do have an us related topic to kind of hoop this one up. In my research for weird ass fucking crypto, I found one that was called Australian Safe Shepherd, which spells ass.
So it's ass coin.
It's ass coin, and currently, let's. If I was going to invest into ass coin, it is 0.00000000001 Bitcoin, and it's trading 5% lower today.
God
So there's
damn
always
it.
these garbage fuck ass coins. Let me post this up. Searching up weird ass cryptos leads you to a treasure trove of shit. It's fuck ass weird. Like according to this, so as an Australian, I have to mention this. Australian Safe Shepherd is a community meme token forked from the infamous Safe Moon. That conversation piece right there will cause anyone outside of fucking the current, like, if you're beyond the age of 40, your brain just died on that one. If you heard everything I just said there, the brain would just seize up. That is the most unbelievably dipshitted thing I've ever heard. This token was completely community driven and fairly launched. No one's going to use this fucking coin. I'm sorry.
Does anybody
There's so many
use any of the
shit-ass
coins? Do they just buy them and keep them and trade them around like commodities in and of themselves?
Well, I think it's the whole fucking Wall Street bets thing that got everyone fucking what's the new Doge? What's the new Ethereum shit?
The new Doge is ass.
There was the story of the fella buying pizza with Bitcoin. That's the famous story everybody points to. The most expensive pizza ever.
Absolutely. And the guy who lost his hard drive with like thousands upon thousands of Bitcoin on there, and just like let it go to some junk pile in America. So there's there's a trove of millions somewhere if you can recover it. Because so here's some of the ones that I found. There's Unatanium. There's Petro, which was the Venice. Absolutely, yeah. It's a fucking
can't get any of them.
Avatar. It's an Avatar reference.
Oh yeah, that's right. I never saw all Avatar. I caught the last 20 minutes and was like, it seemed okay.
There's fuck coin. So there's fuck token. There's Cthulhu offerings. There's Bitcoin, a Jewish crypto.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny though.
I know. There's Whopper coin, which was a crypto released by the Russian Burger King.
Oh wow!
It was there was. I know it's fucking weird. Like the Petro one is the most interesting one because this one was released in 2018, and the Venezuelan government made a crypto, and people could only buy it from them, and then it immediately died because it was a fake crypto.
Oh,
it was a fake crypto. And it was like paper. They had paper crypto. What?
Wow.
There was
So it's a cryptocurrency, but it had paper currency.
They had hopes that it would take off.
There was Kodak
dreams.
coin.
Yeah.
There was Kodak coin where people would use it to license images, and then Kodak released a crypto coin miner, which was like a fucking power supply with a small fan on top and a logic board on top. It was the ugliest thing. So search crypto cash miner, and you'll see it. It's one of the bizarrest fucking things out there. It's genuinely worth looking at these things because they died. This died last year. This wasn't like something happened a long ass time ago. This was a fucking there's Potcoin that sent Dennis Rodman to North Korea. I'm not even fucking kidding.
Really?
That's I'm not even fucking kidding. Like there's a video if you search Potcoin and Dennis Rodman. It's two guys sitting in a hotel room. Dennis Rodman and the guy, and they're both wearing Potcoin.
Is that the ones that financed him when he went to North Korea that time?
Yes, absolutely. The 5th trip to North Korea.
Yeah, because he went
Because they-
there and he had all the stuff on and was talking. Yeah, Donald Trump did a lot of good stuff here. I'm Dennis Rodman. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about ass? Dennis Rodman has gotten some ass.
Carmen
Absolutely.
Electra. Weren't they married?
yeah.
Oh my god.
They were married, right?
Oh, that's a good question. Somebody double check that.
Yeah,
But
the story on
speaking of
Carmen
marriages
Electra was
broke up.
that they got married. Next day, she had to go somewhere and come home and found him in bed with 2 girls, and he just denied it. Like, what 2 girls? What are you talking about?
Oh my
That's
god.
fucking great, dude.
Speaking
That's
of
the way
habitual
you
ass
play it.
getters.
But you know
Yeah,
what? How do you
absolutely.
not know that that's what's going to happen when you marry Dennis fucking Rodman?
Yeah,
Rodman.
he's
Yeah.
the bad.
think is
He's the
gonna
bad.
happen?
He's the baddest bad boy from the bad boy team.
Exactly.
How do you
Totally.
not? How do you not think he's going to do that?
Yeah. Well, speaking of bad boys, there was Coinye, which was a Kanye West fish crypto coin
That's so
that
cheesy.
Kanye West sued them, and then it just died. And
Wait,
and
did you
the
say
quote from
fish coin?
Yes, so
Like
it was a
South
Kanye
Park
West
fish? Like the
Yes,
fish
yes,
dicks?
the
Oh, God.
gay fish. It was a gay fish,
That's
and this would
fucked
happen in
up.
2014. And the creator said we didn't because they got sued. He said we didn't win, but we cost Mr. West thousands in legal fees,
I
which is a
love
great
it.
feeling.
That's
a
beautiful.
win.
That is a win. That's
Oh.
a big W. That's awesome. Fish dick
Abs-
coin. Yes.
There's a lot of revenge coins that I found. There's fuck Elon that came out, which actually is quite high at the moment. There's Elon sperm. These I'm not even kidding. If you search fuck Elon crypto, you'll find this, and Elon sperm, you'll find it. There's pube finance, and there's one that we previously talked on before the podcast, which was I don't think Miss Joe Dojangles herself would appreciate me saying this, but there's a crypto coin for not safe work porn actors known as Cummies, which has the crypto thing. The crypto name is Cum Rocket Crypto, which
The
fair
cum
play to
coin.
them. Cum coin. Oh, there are so many sex related ones, like because it's
that name is.
Yeah, I'm sure there's jizz coin out there.
Jizz is
Yeah.
fine. Just don't say the other one.
Bitcoin. Oh yes, I
There's
invested
a
all
di-
my money in Load Coin.
Load.
I have lots of
Load coin.
loads.
There's a dentist coin. It was called Dentacoin. It makes like all these ones. Ironically, you think it happened like recently. Some of these happened like a couple years ago before Bitcoin actually kicked off properly.
They need
Into
to make
the wider
do
public.
they make Power Ranger coins and make them look like the little fucking medallions they had? Like
Ooh.
Tyrannosaurus,
That's-
a pterodactyl.
Pteranodon.
Yeah, that would be dope. I'd buy that shit.
Absolutely. But what's your thoughts on the wacky world of crypto? Has anyone dropped money?
I don't typically talk about whether or not I've invested in cryptocurrencies. That's what makes them interesting.
I
It's a
have
secret.
other
Absolutely.
investments that I do. I haven't
You got to
gotten into
diversify
crypto.
yourself. Don't just invest in one thing.
Exactly.
As Wu-Tang
I
once
have
said,
a very
diversify your
diverse
bonds.
portfolio, but I don't talk about it that much, and it's only because I find it really. I don't like to talk about it because I think it's boring as shit to talk about.
Fair.
I don't even go into like I'll get a notification that so and so and so and so are in Clubhouse, and then you go in and they're talking about crypto,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like, oh fuck me,
Yeah.
I gotta no.
Yeah, my
I just think
nerdy
it's
friend
boring.
popped into he popped
Yes.
in on his Discord and was like, "Oh, this is the only place I've been online today that's not talking about cryptocurrency."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Why would I
feel
ever
that
talk
with
about
my soul.
cryptocurrency? I wipe my ass on crypto coins."
Oh,
That would
boy.
hurt.
It's such fun. It's such fun because it's just like I'm not investing a single dime into crypto because
Fake money.
I exactly.
It's not even
But
real.
it's-
Just like real money. Real money.
Yeah.
Once
Isn't
Nixon
real.
took us off the gold standard, that killed everything. Now it's all just pretend. Let's just all believe in money.
Oh yeah,
If we believe hard enough, Peter Pan.
Yeah, if you
We'll
believe hard
fly.
enough, the money's real.
money is
You'll
in
spend the rest of
Neverland.
your life. You spend the rest of your life looking for little pieces of paper. What are we doing?
Well, fine. Well, didn't
How
Elon-
can money be real if our eyes aren't real? I think
Thank you, Jaden
Jaden.
Smith. Jaden Smith. Jesus Christ. Well, it didn't Doge like Bitcoin die after fucking mate was on SNL and his missus dressed up as Peach.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That's
That
when you
was
know
like a panic
anything
attack,
is
didn't
dead.
she?
You know anything is dead if it ends up on SNL. Come on.
Right. SNL's where humor goes to die. It goes from 4chan to Reddit to Twitter to Facebook to SNL. That's where it goes.
It's the chain of command up there.
Yes.
Off topic, did anyone know who Grimes was before she married Elon? Because I had no
I
idea.
don't necessarily know who
fuck
she is now, to be honest with you.
When I found
just
out she
married
was
Elon.
some kind of
That's who she
singer,
is.
it was like, okay, cool.
They named their kid something weird.
You had to know
X-Ash.
that was coming.
Bunch
you know
of-
how
bunch of
that
letters
was
and
coming.
shit.
That was coming. You knew that wasn't. They weren't going to name it anything normal. Come on, celebrities
because
never
he's
name
South
their kids
African.
anything normal.
It's an interesting bunch, that lot. Naming kids like fucking Apple, like there are some weird, like I think Elon and Grimes hit the new barrier mark with X-Ash, whatever the fucking last part is.
Honestly, with Gwyneth Paltrow, she named her kid Apple. Considering that it's fucking Gwyneth Paltrow, it could have been a lot worse. Come on now.
I think the best one is Penn Jillette, who named his children. He named his son Z and named his daughter Moxie Crime Fighter.
Yeah, yeah.
Kevin Smith named his daughter after the character from the Batman animated series that is in love with Joker, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, did you say Kevin James? Yeah,
embarrassing.
Kevin
I would-
Smith.
Why
Yeah.
would you
Well,
name
Harley
your
Quinn-
kid
Harley
something
Quinn's a
so
proper name.
fucked up? It's
Yeah,
fucked up.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, well, Harley Quinn's a proper name, so it's not like fucking Apple. I
Moxie
don't think-
Crime
Yeah, but
Fighter.
it's fucking
Moxie
Harley
Crime
Quinn.
Fighter.
Like, come on,
How
man.
about Frank Zappa's daughter, Moon Unit?
Moon Unit and what's the son's name? I forgot the son's name.
Oh, the son's got a crazy name too.
Oh, yes.
He used to be
Let's
really
get-
hot
get-
too. I can't remember his name
Now
now.
listen,
he
I'm not going to
directed
say
one of the
anything
films.
bad about Moon Unit.
Moon Unit.
Well, Frank Zappa's Amet or Diswell? I'd have
What
to
is
pronounce
his
that fucking
name?
motherfucker's name. Because I know Ahmet
Dweezil.
directed...
Dweezil. His name
yes,
is Dweezil.
Dweezil.
Yeah, he's kind of
Because his
hot.
Dweezil.
brother Ahmet directed Ready to Rumble, I think. Or
Yep.
he was in Ready to Rumble as the bald 7-Eleven guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a great movie.
Moon Unit!
Moon Unit. Hey, baby. Want me to show you my
Well, that's
Moon
that-
Unit?
Hey, Moon, how you
That's-
doing?
That's back to the us topic right there.
Uh,
That's back to us right there.
That's
right
how
on top.
The best
Moon's
way to
in
get
one of her
ass.
moods again.
Absolutely. So,
Asked to see their Moon Unit.
it was but all right, we'll say it. We'll say it. Jen, what was the weirdest thing that we talked about today in your mind?
We went everywhere, didn't we?
We went everywhere, didn't we? Yeah. I didn't know about fucking Moon Unit. That was a shock.
Yeah,
That's
Moon
my
Unit.
weirdest
You know
moment.
what? Thinking about the German cannibals, I haven't thought about that story in a long time.
Yeah, the fellas who cut off the bird and ate it together. Because that's my understanding. Is they ate it
Yeah.
together, or did they cut
Why
the bird off
hasn't
and
Wang
ate
done
it?
a video about it yet, or has he?
I believe
don't re-
Wang has done a
Oh.
video
Has
about it.
he?
Our
How did I
boy
miss
Justin
that,
Wang.
Wang? How did I miss
let's
Wang?
get
Shout
to-
out Wang. How did he did? You know what? He might have, but I
check
just
the Wangmobile.
The time that a guy cut off and ate another dude's dick.
because every single time I would hear a story like that, I know that he's done a video because I can hear him talk about it like in his voice.
Let me tell you about the guy that cut off another guy's dick and then they ate it. This time on
First-
Tales from the Internet.
I love Justin. He's,
I-
he's
Hey, I'm
actually
walking
a
here.
genuine sweetheart.
No, he did. It's yeah, he did. Armin Miwi. It was like just a year ago too.
Yes.
The online German cannibal. He did.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well, that's power
Wang's
Wang.
on it. Wang knows
You have
what's
to
up.
realize, like, does a weird story exist if he hasn't? It doesn't exist if he hasn't done it yet. I mean, he finally
completely
did
agree.
Messy Tales, which I'm really,
Oh,
really
God,
glad.
Messy Tails
Oh,
might be
gosh.
that. That's the weirdest thing we've talked about. Messy
was that?
Tails. It's a
I
furry
saw
who
that.
eats his own poop and then wanted to talk about it with everybody and let everybody know what he's up to with eating
Did
his
you
own
see
poop.
that meme that somebody posted on Twitter? Like, it was just like Messy Tails turn around and it was like the man in the box, and it like he turns around and it zooms up. Shove my
Oh,
nose and
gosh.
shit. I watched that like 30 times and I don't know why. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I laughed
Yeah.
at that all day long. I
I've
need to
been
get a
laughing
life.
about Messy Tails since I first heard of Messy Tails, and I can't stop thinking about Messy Tails.
I
Messy
like
Tails
to
is
tell
stuck in my
people
head.
that don't know when you're like, so you ever heard of Messy Tails?
Yeah. How
And
do
you
you
tell them to
Yeah, like my 80-year-old aunt. I don't think I could just say, "Hey, let me tell you about this dude on the internet, Messy Tails." You're gonna think this is very funny. No, I
What
don't
do you think
she's
is
gonna
worse,
get it.
Messy Tails or Tub Girl?
A Messy Tails.
Tub Girl.
Messy Tails is 10 times worse than Tub Girl. Tub Girl is just a gal manipulating
No,
her
but
own
you never,
butt.
you only saw like the aftermath of Messy Tails. You never saw it in action. That's
feel
why I
like
think
there's-
Tub Girl
Yeah,
is
I'm
worse.
glad.
because
We've only
that's
just seen the
that's
tip
an
of the
action.
iceberg of Messy Tails. There's more to Messy Tails' story.
Do you think
Tub
he's really
Girl-
dead?
I
you
don't
think
know
he's
if there's
dead?
a whole lot going on with Tub Girl.
Oh,
It's just a
I'm
girl in a
assuming
tub
they're
doing something with her
dead.
butt.
But do you think that Messy Tails is really dead?
I have no idea. Messy
In
Tails lives.
toxicology would probably say yeah, due to the amount of shit
I
he's
don't think
consumed.
he is. I don't
Messy
think he
Tails
is.
lives on in our memory and our hearts.
Forever.
Exactly.
We have no choice but to stand.
We're gonna dedicate this first episode to Messy.
Yeah. Rest in
Exactly.
peace, Messy
As to
Tails.
Pour it out for the homeboy.
Ashes to ashes. Exactly.
God rest his
Well,
messy soul.
Ashes to ashes,
Absolutely.
shit to shit.
Yeah, does he go to
Absolutely.
heaven because he's a dog? And all dogs go to
All
heaven?
dogs go to heaven, even if
Shitting.
they like.
All shit-eating dogs go to heaven.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's a great way to cap off the episode 0 of Real Weird Sickos. What do y'all think? What's the final thoughts? What's the final thoughts outside of Messy Tails eating a diaper full of shit?
My final
And-
thought is everybody like and subscribe.
Don't have a dibble, like, comment, subscribe. Well, thank you so much for joining us this time on Real Weird Sickos. Mr. Joe Jingles, what's happening on...
Did you just misgender me?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Captain
Couldn't let it
Dyslexic
go.
does it again.
I couldn't let it go.
I know, you could, but you didn't, but I appreciate it. What are you up to? Doe? Doe for sure.
I don't know when this is coming out, but there will be a video real soon.
Ooh, lovely.
It's a
Great to
nice
have you
little
back on.
collaboration, so watch out for that.
Keep your eyes. So if you want to follow that, go to youtube.com and follow Doe Jingles there. It'll be in the links below. Mr. Charles Kahn.
Oh God.
What are you doing? What's happening on the Twitters?
I'm doing meme stream on Twitch every day. Or
Oh,
usually
yes.
every weekday. Sometimes I'll do on the weekends. We do the meme stream.
The
And
meme
I've
stream
got
for
some
sure.
some Dungeons and Dragons videos coming out, some horror movie videos coming out. That's in the pipe. I think it's coming out eventually. It's gonna happen. But
So,
I'm
wait.
accidentally the king of the memes online. So I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Minds, Instagram. I'm on everything.
Absolutely. So if we were going to watch you on Twitch, what would be the link? My lovely friend?
Twitch.tv/Charles Kahn.
Absolutely fantastic. And you can follow me at twitch.tv/thatcyberpunk show. So hopefully that's kicking off sooner than later. If not, go to twitter.com/Tom_Videogo. And Jen is Doe Jen on Twitter, correct? Am I right?
Yep.
Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah. Bingo, bango. Well, thank you so much for joining us this time. Follow us on the platforms. Keep it up in the deets. And we'll have many things following after
Stay
this.
real weird, you sickos.
Absolutely. Stay weird and stay sick. Absolutely. Catch you then.